Attention gamers. Last year I sought out to answer the question that a bunch of hard-stuck copium huffing low elo losers like myself often wonder: can I successfully blend in a challenger game? Not with the goal of popping off or carrying, but just doing average enough to survive in that elo, and the results of that first experiment were humbling to say the least. At the time I went online and hired 9 boosters to play a custom game with me, laning against an ex-pro player myself, which went just about as poor as you would expect. The bottom line was that I do indeed stick out like a sore thumb when reverse smurfing, but despite my own findings, a bunch of gold 4 turkeys in my comments were quick to backseat.
LOL, this is Iron Undercover in Challenger. Silver more like iron. You are literally trash. Locksmith into that. KYS.
Now a year later I want to revisit this challenge to see if I can blend in, even for a game, at the highest of ranks, but this time in solo queue at the highest level I can get my hands on, and then I will hire a legit challenger player to support to see if I play elo inflated trash AFK gotcha games Yumi, if I can fool everyone including the duo I'm in voice comms with into thinking I am challenger myself.
Is that a short joke?
Okay, so the first game I queue up mid, but immediately my top is asking to go Freaky Friday with me, and I didn't want to bust my cover, so I double down by saying it's cool because I can play all roles as if I just spent the last 3 weeks spamming 30 games a day in a Korean hotel room and my name is Tyler1, but then bot wanted to swap me pick order, so I guess I'm just smurfing Santa Claus, giving everyone what they want until I realize this account doesn't have the one champ I know for top, so game 1, dodged a bullet. The second lobby riot auto fills me ADC because their matchmaking code was designed by Dick Pimples, and I figured this might not be so bad. I actually thought the first trade went okay until I looked at my Sona huffing and puffing 2 queefs from meeting her maker, but I was optimistic. That said, literally 3 minutes into the game their support decides he's gonna leave home like an 18-year-old OnlyFans model, and I'm thinking this is perfect. 2v1 will create a safe environment for me to zone, get a farm advantage and blend in like a chameleon in this game. Unfortunately she correctly played like a pussy and we couldn't capitalize. And since I hoard my wards like Asmongold hoards empty fast food fountain drink cups, we were caught off guard when he returned with his +1 to the occasion. My ass wasn't the one on the line, and at this point I actually think my response to that Demogorgon's unannounced lane visit was smooth enough for me to not spoil my identity. This unfortunately gave me the false confidence to push more up than a man doing a military press the next time their support left lane, and seeing as I learned my lessons as well as a tit-deprived toddler, I didn't ward again, and this time my positioning had left me capital F foozy tubed by the weaponized B drill and the support who was playing the roaming prodigal son strategy, which left the beginning of this game off to a piss poor start. He then went Giga MIA again, and I figured okay, I will just take plates and get my gold, but unfortunately with the pressure of trying to blend in weighing on my focus, I was making stupid mistakes that were just tanking my health. Eventually my support started matching the roam, but in my opinion this just fucked me because their frisbee bitch now had 2 levels and a hell of a lot more skill than me, so any one-on-one time would be more awkward than spin the bottle with a group of cousins. And even though I was proud of myself to use my barrier, a vast improvement from the last time I went reverse smurfing, being this low under the tower in this elo is like blood in the water full of kill hungry sharks. My new plan was to just camp under tower and farm, but pause. What would a challenger ADC player do in this situation? If you guessed walk back to lane and plan to farm under tower, you are a fucking moron like me apparently. But hey, I guess any ADC alone under tower in this elo means a free all-you-can-eat dead bitch buffet for the other team, and my jungler knew this too. The only difference was we executed about as successfully as Epstein executed his ability to keep his feet on the floor of his prison cell, which not only fed a Trump's lawyers amount of cash to their siver, but guess who is fully aware that screwing over his own jungle to be a third bot laner this game would be free as fuck. Hint: what comes after Ka5? Anyways, here's where my real silver started to show. I was so unbelievably tilted that we just sat around 2v1 with our thumbs up our assholes all game that I decided I was going to force my support's hand the next time we were alone with Frisbee Felicia here. Unfortunately this level of tilt, impatience and autism was something I may have had more success in trying before. This bitch was more Federer than a tennis player named Roger. And in case you were wondering, being called subhuman and having my KDA called out in a lane where I should have had a free advantage probably should count as having my cover busted, but in case it wasn't, My mere presence on the rift for the enemy team was just a bat symbol in the sky for them to put their capes on and collect their free cash, I guess. This prompted a surrender vote shortly after 15 minutes as I fed my literal dick off where I tried my luck mid lane, got the color slapped straight off my screen. Please don't judge me for this particular death, I was surrendering anyways, and with that we lost. This apparently is how much damage a challenger ADC does when they are abandoned in lane, and this is what I did / smile. My team was not thrilled with my performance. Anyways, here's where I turned my embarrassment into income, as my next strategy would require a buddy. Long-time viewers of the channel know I let tap and slip singles into my bra from time to time to promote their coaching services, but they also have duo features which would be perfect for this occasion because I needed a high elo ADC that I could support for so that I could fool him and prove that Yuumi players are subhuman trash who aren't even real League of Legends players. I got matched with a challenger and I immediately try to play it cool in our chat that I'm just on a cold streak, need to get my mojo back, yada yada. But then he peeps the account I'm playing on, sees a bunch of Kane games and immediately starts poking holes in my fake backstory. I get caught off guard and decide to respond in a way that I know no one in 2025 who doesn't want to be cancelled would question. But then it was time to get in comms, put my poker face on and try to pass as a challenger Yuumi main.
Warning.
I immediately ask about his playstyle so I can match his energy.
That's why I play aggressive.
You like to play aggressive?
lane.
Okay.
Yeah, I play Lucian, Corki, or Tristana.
And then I reveal my strategy, saying a string of words that I could feel just shrinking my balls in real time as they came out of my
I
mouth.
play a lot of Yuumi, so I could definitely do Yuumi if that will work for you.
To which he countered with a few other ideas.
I like Nami. They a lot of engage. You could go Alistar or Brown.
But I needed to go Yuumi to prove my point.
Yeah, I don't play them as often as the enchanters, but you know,
Okay.
we'll make it work, right?
But then the longer queue times at this rank and my social awkwardness left me talking too much and almost spoiling my identity.
This isn't my main account. My main account is a little bit higher elo, but I'm trying to.
What's your main account?
My main account is challenger.
But why do you think you need coaching?
We get in champ select and he's delivering on what I'm sure are very base takes for any high elo player, but you could tell I had no fucking clue why.
Oh my god, this guy is flame picking Darius.
Yeah, dude, that is troll. Darius top right now. That's so troll.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
It was a free win.
that was a free win if I've ever seen one. That draft, man.
20 minutes later of dodged lobbies because people at this rank take this game way too seriously, and we were finally in, as I was still running my mouth, probably sounding like a board certified dumbass.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at aiming the little projectiles and everything, so we should be good. Yeah, Moo. Wonder.
But at this point he was under my spell and my plan was just to agree with the shit he was saying.
And then
Do you
if-
think you could go Mikhail first item for a Momo, or
Yeah, oh, hell yeah. Mikhail's, you want me to rush Mikhail's?
maybe? Yeah, maybe we will need it.
Yeah, okay, I was thinking that anyway.
Then it was time for me to walk the walk to me talking the talk.
Yeah, because I don't have. Was close.
Sorry, I got a freaking AFK warning that popped up there. I forgot the Yuumi syndrome.
Oh,
A good excuse I had for whiffing the first Q, I thought.
Check this. Wow, it happened again.
I lied to him, but deep down I was thinking, am I drunk or did Riot change Yumi's Q?
jackass!
Then my
Too
inability to
quick.
help us get level 2 first ended up forcing the first
get level two.
full-blown slap battle.
I'm gonna back out here. Care.
You're fine. What the fuck? We can kill.
Okay.
He's dead.
Easy. I'm gonna exhaust so you can track him down. Yeah, he's exhausted.
Okay, never mind. TP.
Okay, I'm coming.
I just reset.
Alright, nice work.
And then of course, instead of me just shutting up and acting like I've won a fight before I had to run my mouth.
Yeah, they went for you.
Yeah, idiots, man. That's, you know, people in this elo, they don't always know to focus when playing a Yuumi, you know.
Yeah, no. Oof, close.
You can literally see me in real time checking my settings trying to figure out why aiming these Qs feels like I'm tripping on something you'd find in a lube bottle at a P. Diddy party. So at this point I'm basically like, okay, I just won't rely on my Qs, and I tried to get him to justify it.
Any preference on what you want me to max W for your skill?
No, you can put 3 points in your Q and the max E.
It's pretty standard, yeah.
It was at this point when I actually realized they changed her Q. And it turns out me absolutely flopping like a flaccid dick during a hernia check wasn't exactly what he needed to win these early fights.
Easy? Oh yeah.
No. Can you kill him? One auto. One more.
Easy.
Oh, nice.
But hey, that's why we're playing Yumi, so I can one-hand game run my mouth and just push buttons acting like I orchestrated the next gank we got.
I have heal, don't worry.
Right.
Gonna exhaust here. Queuing that. Give you a shield, you're good. Nice, well, dude, well played. You know? I think we both played that well.
They were positioned to go full-blown 2024 Kendrick and surprise the world with the roast of a Drake, but me and my hired Amelia Earhart simp were in to punish the attempt at a good macro play, but even when things were going well I was somehow busting my cover.
Nice,
Oh,
great,
trolling.
great flash.
No, I don't think it was a good flash because the Briar is the ultimate there. It's okay. We got the fight.
Now we can
We got
probably
the
bully,
drama.
pressure, you know.
Meanwhile, this man was thinking 4D chess going sneaker swap strategies that don't happen in silver.
Okay, then I'm going this boot early game, and later I just have to steal cups.
Okay, yeah, I like the tech.
But then it was time for me to execute perfect Yumi gameplay.
Alright, get a little poke here. Nice. Shield. Yeah, we bully.
Maybe we kill.
I'll slow him. Yep, good slow. I'll give you a shield. Wow, we're rampaging
should we?
already.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And obviously so far this was going way better than my other games in Challenger, so I had to get a pulse on if I was fitting in.
Little bit of a bot lane gap, if I don't say so myself.
What did you say?
We come back to lane and it turns out their jungler has the same strategy as that dickhead from my Caitlyn game where they just try to bully the weak kid, but this chode helicopter that I paid to play with wasn't gonna die to that bullshit. We scare them all away, and I guess instead of chasing like I would do, he knows to just come back to lane to catch his risk-free wave until this happens.
Uh-oh.
I should be fine.
I'll exhaust.
Nice.
Oh yeah, baby.
Free win.
Yeah, that was like, I knew right when that hit we were gonna bait the exhaust. Get her over the wall.
At this point we are bullying these Yordle fucks so bad they are gonna need to wrap their Amumu band-aids around their bruised egos, but we get another visit from the beast, and while my ADC's escape was a beauty, my comms were not so much.
You said
I thought I used it, but you know what? I can't use it when I'm stunned, right?
you were stunned.
I think I was stunned there.
The more these meaningless words were running out of my mouth, the more I realized I had no clue what this item did and I needed to change the topic.
He's 0-4 and you're super fed.
But then it was back to looking like a Challenger Yumi main.
Clear, I'm gonna hop on him for a second. Slow everyone down. I'm gonna hop back on you.
Nice. I'm
Shield.
fine. I got it.
Easy. Yeah.
Oh, the shield.
Thank you.
EP.
Nice playing.
But eventually the whole Mikhail's thing was going to bite me in the ass again.
Good hit. Mikhail's. Oh, he used it after. Healing. Ooh.
Oh, I got deleted.
Eventually I learned that you have to pick a target, and that's when I used it for the first time all game.
Huh?
Good stuff, good stuff. Up, Rengar, shielding you. Put a ward down so he attacks it instead. That's a little tech that I learned.
Damn, he almost one-shot me.
Yeah, I'll get you,
We should fight here.
yeah, there's 4 here. Just trying to ult. Try to bait his ult out. Okay.
Come. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna ult here.
oh my god.
Alright, we got him. Mikhail's did go off there. Should have exhausted.
But despite me thinking I was blending in fine, he was starting to drop hints that he would be better without me.
Maybe you have to go with Hecarim.
Hecarim, by the way, was the one full-blown mental booming in chat, which just goes to show these failed abortions with weak-ass mental who whine more than sangria when your team is stomping do in fact exist at all ranks. But it turns out he was right, as he was doing God's work much better when I wasn't even around.
Nice. Oh, very nice.
Now we can go.
Hey, dude, you don't even need me.
Renekton did everything there.
But hey, my KDA was looking pretty much like someone who fit in here, and while my vision score was much worse than a support at this rank, who really cares about vision?
Uh-oh. I
Right
got
here.
nothing.
We were still getting picks left and right, which was good, but then he started being more blunt about needing me to piss the fuck off.
Maybe I need you to go with Hecarim now.
Okay.
I am a bit behind in XP.
But he was right, because the very first time I put my jockey cosplay on and rode that horse, we flat out stomped the shit out of them, because at the end of the day, Yumi is not a champion. She is just an item that should be removed from the game, as there were obvious embarrassing mistakes I made this game. But I would say I blended in pretty well this game, so after all this, the only thing left to do was reveal my true identity to my hired duo.
Yeah, so I'm not actually a Grandmaster player. I'm trying to blend in as a gold player. I'm hard stuck gold on my main account.
What do you mean?
Could you tell?
I don't think it's hard. It's just I think you did well this game.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah, thanks you for the good vibes.
Thanks again to Tappan for supporting my content when not even YouTube will. So if you want coaching or just to meet new people to game with, using code RAVTV will enter you into a giveaway where one person will be selected to be my duo partner for an upcoming video.